So as you can see, our auto sorter is now officially set up and ready to go. About 3 days worth of live streaming, all compact into one time lapse. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Of course, as you can see behind me, there's a blank wall back here, and we have a lot of work to do with that. What I want to get set up is a full double super smelter. That's right, not just one super smelter, but we are going to set up two. They are going to run next to each other, and this should be pretty fun to set up. So the version I want to go with is going to utilize a bunch of rails. So we are going to need a bit of gold, which luckily we have some. By the way, we do have some new cat friends. But yeah, right here, there's going to be double chests. And then the rest of this is going to be glass. And of course, this is going to be pretty much uncovered here for the most part. We're going to use glass to be able to show everything because I don't want to hide this. But with the chest going here, that sort of changes how we are going to build this. So just for example, I'm going to place this here just to sort of set it into place so I can visually see where the chests are going to go. So with the chest here, we're going to have a rail that needs to run under here. So pretty much the super smelter isn't going to go above ground. It's mostly going to go underground. So just to show how this is actually going to be set up, you can see I have my furnaces up here, which imagine these are chests. I guess I have some chests on me that I could probably use. So we have our chest here. They're going to be poking through the wall. They're going to be poking out just like this so we can access them and also label them. And then what we're going to have here is we are going to have these two hoppers that are going to be on top of and behind the actual furnace itself. And what's going to happen is a rail cart is going to run up underneath this. Of course, we can have another furnace here and another hopper on top of that and vice versa. But we're going to have a rail that pretty much comes up here and then bumps onto this, which is probably going to be a solid block of some kind. And then this is going to pick the items up and we're going to send it along and it's going to bounce back and forth. And what should happen is that hopper cart is going to evenly distribute the stuff. So with this in mind, we kind of know the rough shape. Let's go ahead and build this thing. So I have this hole nice and hollowed out and I'm going to go about 7. As you can see right here, the hopper cart is going to set here on this rail. We have a regular rail. And then the same is going to be for this. I'm going to turn this into a regular rail once we start to expand this out. But right here is where our furnaces are going to go. And I'm going to go 7 long. I'm going to explain why here in a second. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I need to leave a blank spot because when we start to place hoppers down, this is going to change a little bit. So we need to just make sure these hoppers go directly on here. Same on this side. This is going to be the side that hands the fuel. And so what is going to happen is we are going to have a cart that goes all the way across like this. And this rail right here is going to be changed. I also need to make sure this extends off. And I always end up having a little bit of a problem with rails. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. If I place a rail here, if you have an issue with a rail trying to jump over to the other side, you probably just need to continue it straight in the direction and then it will fix itself. Oh god, there's a creeper. Literally, this is a fast creeper. Get out of here. Look at it. I'm glad we have cats. Like, that really helps a lot. Ugh, creepers are the worst. Yeah, it's because I ended up busting through here. So now we got all kinds of mobs that are deciding to let themselves right on in. How about no? Thank you. So because we decided to take this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We still need to go one more out. I believe, let's see, one more out. Out to here. Another hopper on top. Another hopper in the back. Another powered rail. This is going to be 7. And then we're also going to continue power rails on this side. Now, the reason I'm going out 7 is because if I take this rail, which ended up getting thrown in here, if I take this rail and I stop it here and have it go back and forth, this furnace actually will not receive any items. It's kind of weird how it works, but the redstone signal will end up shutting this off. So I actually need to take this out one more block, in which I am going to do it like this. And then from here, we can do another rail. And the good thing about this is I can power it from here, and you can see all of these are now powered. So this will stay consistent. It'll run up here, it'll bounce, and then come back. Now, of course, I'm going to be changing the way this wall looks. This wall will not stay looking this way, but the same is going to go for the top as well. We're also going to need another block there. So when it comes to redstone, I'm not the greatest person in the world at redstone, okay? But I do know a little bit, and I'm able to learn pretty fast. So setting up something like an auto item sorter was not too difficult, but there was a couple of projects where we needed to get items to go down, which is easy because that's just hoppers. Well, over here, it is a little bit more hidden, right? But this back here is an auto item upper, I guess you can say. That is just sending items up. So I need to pretty much do the exact same thing as this auto item upper, right? I need to do that, but we got to do it over there. And in a much smaller capacity, it's definitely going to be much smaller than this setup. So let me go ahead and get that placed back. Perfect. And let's take a look at how to do that. So I need some hoppers that are running over here. And then those hoppers are going to run into a dropper. The dropper needs to be facing upwards, and then this one needs to be facing up as well, and facing into the chest because droppers can place items directly into a chest. So based on the texture, it looks like it is going directly up, which is perfect. Now, of course, this is going to have to be changed later on, but this will end up working when we get set up. So as of right now, we can't open the chest, but later on, we're going to make that so we can. But let's go ahead and get the redstone set up that actually activates this thing. So we're going to have the hoppers that are routed all the way over here that are going to connect into one another. We could use a minecart, but I find that this is probably going to be a little bit better of a setup. Now, here's where the fun part is going to happen. I have to fit that redstone for this over here. And one of the things is getting a comparator to read out of this block. So I'm going to go ahead and break this wood for right now, but we may have to change where our actual chest location is. But we need a comparator to be right here. If I can, man, it makes it so hard to place redstone when it's facing away. Let's break the hopper. There we go. Comparator. And this is going to run a redstone signal around, and it's going to run out and around into a repeater. So let's go ahead and get that into a repeater. That is going to go, let's see, get right here. It's going to go like this. And then that is going to actually feed, or actually we need the redstone repeater to go into here. And we need this to send this signal out like that. So out and then in. And then this is going to run like so. And then this would technically make a clock, but as you can see, it is connecting over here. So I think we're going to have to change where this is located. You know what? Maybe I won't have to do redstone magic because, well, I guess it depends on if you call this magic. I'm actually going to route this redstone out and around over into here because I guess we could stretch this however far we really want. So if there's items in here, it's only going to send there. So technically if I had this set up some other way. Never mind. I guess I figured it out. Okay, so instead of just having the redstone go directly in, I went ahead and used a repeater right here. And that actually works because that now sends a redstone signal to the top one as well. So we're no longer left with a single item in here. So if I throw all of these furnaces in, they should all make their way into the chest. And let's just say I pull all of these out and there's only a couple left. You can see 3, 2, 1. And there's nothing left in any of them. All of them end up in here. Perfect. So now we have a redstone signal that actually works for this chest. So setting up the redstone signal for everything else should be pretty easy. Basically, it's a copy of this. And then I definitely want to put solid blocks above the hoppers here, just to sort of help with lag. It's just another thing that you can do to kind of mitigate lag for the most part. So I am planning on making a little bit of a fun contraption, kind of. I want to basically detect when there's items in the outputting hoppers, or outputting hoppers. And I want to use that redstone signal to light up some lanterns, which is going to kind of demonstrate that there's something running in the first place. Man, my farm is overflowing. As you can see, I'm glad I decided to come over here. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to sell some pumpkins, melons, pretty much anything I can sell and trade to get some glowstone. Instead of going to the nether, which is a nightmare and super scary to farm glowstone, we can farm it over here. So with our villagers. Thankfully, at least one of my villagers will trade that to me. So I wanted to go ahead and just show you. Look how good our auto farms are working. Oh, this is so good. Like, a better sugarcane farm is also overflowing at this point. It's got to be getting somewhere. Like, let's see. Oh, it's actually doing pretty good. We do have stuff that's like that kind of just sticks. Of course, this is not a lossless farm by any means, but it does get the job done. I think I really like this farm. Now, this farm is definitely rocking and rolling. This is doing fantastic. Look at this. There was even more melons that were stored up inside the hopper there. So with all of these melons, of course, we're not going to be able to trade all of them today, but we should be able to get enough to hopefully get enough glowstone to make. I think I need 14 of the redstone lanterns. So that'll hopefully be enough, and I can buy some glowstone. Man, I wish this guy traded more glowstone, but I guess blocks are good, because we can turn every single block into a lantern, right? All right, so this guy not trading. Can we trade these? Okay, not trading anymore. I gotta admit, the melons are where it's at, right? Because the melons are trade for, a good amount. So they restock twice a day. So if you didn't know that, now you do. As you can see, we've already managed to get over a stack. This has yet to restock, but it should restock shortly, and we should be able to trade some more. I'm going to go ahead and buy some glowstone, and as you can see, that stock is currently out. So let's check back. Okay, still sold out, completely sold out. Man, I'm going to need to get more farmers and stuff. Eventually, we are going to have a better area to be able to trade for things like this, but as of right now, this is kind of all we have. Eventually, we're going to, make ourselves a nicer area for trade. Also, blacksmith is going to be some good trades because we have infinite iron, and those guys trade for iron. So that would be another awesome thing to set up. So to be able to detect the redstone signal coming out of the hoppers, we need to place some comparators just like this right here on the outside, and same on the other side. So I've already broken the hoppers here. And this will hopefully give us a nice little effect. Like, once these hoppers have items in them, they should technically light up, and it'll give a redstone signal. We can boost that redstone signal and then use it to light a lantern. And so we should have like a flickering effect, maybe. Like, that's kind of what I'm hoping happens. This is just all an idea, right? To just sort of add something into the middle. And let's see. I mean, we could even just line it right here automatically, like directly to this. And I guess what we could do is we could put like an item inside here and see what happens, or a couple of items. Oh, that is a cool effect. We can see the items like flowing out. Like, I know this thing will end up lighting up, but that's still pretty cool. So this is turning out quite interesting. So let me go over what I've been doing. Now, I have this all slabbed up. I don't know if I want to leave it fully dark or not. Like, that's something that I'm still thinking about. I do have it all slabbed, so nothing should really spawn in here. And I don't think things can spawn on the rails or on the hoppers. But this should work technically. All I have to do is make the hopper carts and get those up and running. This is going to be the chest where we collect everything. And then I just need to kind of design this so that way it looks a little bit better for the item sorting. I was thinking about going with some wood and then slapping something on there for this. Like, we put the backwards stair here. Does a cart bounce off of that stair? That is something I just don't know. Actually, I need to place it this way. There we go, and that's much better. So if we place this here, I need this lever here. So that is going to be a bit of an issue. Everything else, though, should technically be set up. I'm probably going to replace this and this with the same sort of setup. Going like that. And then maybe put glass here. Like, we can't fully put glass all the way around, but we can get a little bit of glass in here, I think. So with this whole thing set up, I did place a little bit of glass, but let's go ahead and place our carts. And then we can get this thing started. So place the cart here and place a cart here. A cart here. And last but not least, on the super smelter, a cart there. Okay. So these are going to pull from here. I can always activate them like this. And that should activate those carts. Or because this isn't a full block, this doesn't actually push the cart. That is something that I wonder. Also, I do need my redstone torches here, which will light both the top and bottom rails. Question, it should bounce back. But because this isn't a full block, this will not work. So with us having this problem, well, guess what I have to do? I'm going to redo the entire redstone and move it over one so that way my chest is like this. And with our chest like this, I can then put a full block here and then close this up. And that way this will look like it's on a support. I could also put the chest coming out here, but I think I like it better over in the corners. So the only thing I have to do is pretty much just move this over one and then just kind of change where my hopper, I just need to add another hopper to the setup. And that's not too bad. I just got to do it on both sides. Luckily, this redstone signal setup is pretty easy to remember how to do. So there we go. This should now definitely work. All I got to do is place, let's see, I need a log. Let me go ahead and grab an oak log. By the way, I love this auto sorting system. It just makes getting all of our resources just so much easier and just has a nice flow to it. I'm able to like farm a bunch of items and then over there on that chest, I just drop the items in. And it's just good to go. Same for farms like this or setups like this. We can just set them up, and that's the good part about them. Like, you set them up, and they're good to go, right? Okay, so with that now set up, this should now work. However, I think I want to use some sort of block. Let's see. Do I want to use stone? I mean, I guess I could use a stone brick. Or this is not really going to matter. So stone brick here, like that. And I think on the corner down here, I'm going to use a stair from this just to make it look better. Turn that off so it gets put back into position. Oh man, this is looking good. Okay, let's go ahead and make the stairs that I mentioned. And we just about have this thing set up. So stairs go there. And all we have to do to turn this on is we flip these levers on. And then we flip these levers on, depending on which side we're using. And we have carts that are now running back and forth. And of course, to toggle them back off, do that. They go back into the resting position. So we don't have to hear all this noise. It doesn't make a lot of noise. But let's go ahead and fill this up. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look how fast that is. That is, I didn't realize hopper carts were that fast. Wow, that drains incredibly fast. Okay, so with that working, we don't need an egg in there. I don't even know how an egg got in there. And then we can put like things like cobblestone and stuff. So let me grab a bit of cobblestone just to throw this in. I'm going to throw the same amount of cobblestone to over here. Nope, not you. That actually needs to be changed. So I probably need to hop in here. And I don't know, I can access the hopper cart. Make sure you don't throw the wrong thing in here. It's going to be kind of hard to get it out. So we throw that in, and it looks good. You can check to see if it's loaded or not, like if everything is loaded in. Like this right here, for example. That was a bunch of junk that didn't need to be in there. Once we get this set up, we won't have that problem. But we can always hop in here. Okay, so once that's done, let's go ahead and turn the fuel loader on. That is going to fuel everything, and then we can turn this on and this on. And what we should see is all of our lights should kick on because it should light up because the furnaces are on. But these lights, once we start seeing items cooked, oh, that is cool. We actually see the items as they are being done sort of move their way down. That's pretty sick. Oh, this farm actually is making me happy. I wasn't expecting it to turn out this way, but I guess you never realize, like, you never know what your farm's going to look like, right? Until you're done. So for this, let me go ahead and set this here and here. That way I kind of get an idea of what's what. We need to say, okay, coal goes in the bottom one. I'm going to go ahead and harvest this. By the way, I brought these in here so we can harvest all this coal. And have a little bit of fun with that. Place coal down here. That is fuel. And then any kind of burnable material. I'm going to grab cobblestone just for example. Yeah, you can hear how loud that is. Oh my gosh. That would get super obnoxious real quick. So the ability to turn this on and off. Oh, it's so nice because I can just go, whoop, no more fuel. Whoop, I don't want this anymore. And it's ready to go for next time whenever we're ready. And these furnaces, of course, are still going to cook. We should be starting to see our items build up now. I am wondering, I don't know where glazed terracotta come from, but it definitely came from somewhere. So as these are continuing to do their thing, I just want to check. Nothing's getting stuck in here, right? Oh, wait. Something is happening because this is not fully loading. So something down here redstone-wise is not working. Let me double check this because this should technically work. Put the items in. And then it loads. Unless it's messing with this hopper. It very well could be messing with the hopper. Let me double check, but there might have been some items that were bound up before, because like even this is getting stopped up. Maybe this system might not work. I need to check this out because this is not good. So if I pull all these out and I drop this in here, that seems to be working. But is it like if it's just one item, does it just not work for some reason? So I think I found the problem, which is kind of unfortunate because there's not a great way to fix this other than making this whole setup really ugly. I want to be able to light this side right here, but if I place this here, technically it's interfering. For some reason, it's interfering with this being able to drop, I think. I mean, I can try it again. I put the one item in there. Sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. But like, it definitely doesn't want to go. As you can see, it's not going at all because this is powered. But as soon as this is off, it will actually start to send them into the chest. So that is a big problem. I need to flip this around and probably create a little room back here where this torch can reside. And then we just make like a trap door or something that allows me to be able to access this, this secret lever. I guess that's what we can call it now, right? A secret lever. So I think I have this figured out. By the way, if you feel the lag, you kind of see the FPS drop. This does cause a bit of lag when it is sorting, unfortunately. Maybe there's a way to fix that later on down the road, but as of right now, yeah, I'm even using some recommended techniques to try and reduce lag, but still, it's a bit of a beast as far as lag goes. And this is about 20 items worth of sorting, so it's not even that much. But anyways, so now that we have this, I have my items going in. I don't think we need the fuel loader to be turned on, but I'm going to go ahead and activate this. And those are on now, and hopefully we should no longer see items getting stuck in here. They should be funneling through like they're supposed to. And because I put 2 stacks, we should end up with 2 stacks in each when everything is said and done. And look at that, we've already... Man, that is actually rather quick. Well, I guess this side already had some in it, didn't it? But yeah, as you can see, no longer getting stuck, so our setup is actually working. Perfect. Welcome to the Super Smelter. So I know you guys want to see this just as much as I do. Oh, we are going to be farming all of this and seeing how much we get. It was about 41 or so coal blocks. And this all came from our mining farm underground. There is a massive mine underground, by the way, that we've been clearing out during the live streams. So if you have missed out on the live streams, I recommend checking it out. Of course, you can find me at twitch.tv/Chosenarchitect, or just search up Chosenarchitect over on Twitch. It's another great way. But how much did we get? That's it? That's it? We only got out of all of that? I mean, I guess it's almost double. It's double what we should have gotten. Still, that just doesn't feel like much. Doesn't feel like much at all. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today. Of course, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to Aaron Mitchell. Thank you so much for your amazing support over on Patreon. Guys, if you're interested in becoming a Patreon yourself, of course, you can find that link down in the description below. Guys, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to click that subscribe button, as that is the best way to support the videos I make 100%. And also clicking that thumbs up button. Guys, I really appreciate it. Of course, I will see you in the next episode and or live stream. And as always, thanks for watching.